OpenAI and Oracle signed the biggest technology infrastructure deal in history to make America an AI superpower, while Elon Musk said this plan was completely fake. But the real story behind this deal is America playing its final AI card against China with the power of 2 million AI chips. And in this card game, nobody is safe. But here's what I want to know. When the richest man in the world publicly destroys a $500 billion project that the president just announced, who do you believe? And more importantly, what happens when former business partners turn their personal grudges into national security warfare? Welcome back to AI Handbook channel, where I expose the revolutionary changes happening in artificial intelligence every single day. By the end of this video, you will understand why the biggest AI infrastructure war in history has become a personal vendetta between tech titans, and why this $500 billion battle will determine whether America or China dominates the AI future. Today, we're diving into the most expensive corporate drama ever witnessed. This isn't just about data centers and chips. This is about former friends becoming enemies, public Twitter wars between billionaires, and a president caught in the middle of a tech mogul feud that could reshape global AI dominance. But before we reveal who's telling the truth about this $500 billion mystery, let me show you just how insane the stakes really are. January 21st, 2025. The Roosevelt Room at the White House. President Trump stands flanked by three of the most powerful men in technology: Sam Altman of OpenAI, Larry Ellison of Oracle, and Masayoshi Son of SoftBank. The Stargate project will invest $500 billion at least and create over 100,000 American jobs almost immediately, Trump declared. I think it's going to be something very special. It'll lead to something that could be the biggest of all. The numbers were staggering. 10 gigawatts of AI infrastructure, starting with $100 billion immediate deployment, data centers across multiple states, and a mission to maintain American AI leadership against China. Larry Ellison painted an almost science fiction picture. We're building 10 data centers right now, each one 500,000 square feet. We've got 10 more in the works. This will enable us to cure cancer with AI by creating personalized vaccines. But within hours of this historic announcement, everything was about to explode. The man who wasn't in that room was about to make sure the entire world questioned everything they just heard. 11:47 p.m., January 21st, while America was still processing the biggest AI infrastructure announcement in history, Elon Musk fired a digital nuclear weapon on X. They don't actually have the money. 4 words, that's all it took, to turn a presidential triumph into a tech industry crisis. But Musk wasn't finished. He doubled down. SoftBank has well under $10 billion secured. I have that on good authority. This wasn't just criticism. This was character assassination. The richest man in the world was publicly calling the president's biggest AI allies liars, and he was doing it on the social media platform he owns, ensuring maximum visibility. But why would Elon Musk, Trump's closest tech advisor and head of DOJ, sabotage the president's signature AI initiative? The answer lies in a Silicon Valley grudge that's been brewing for nearly a decade, and it's about to get very personal.
Sam Altman's response came fast and furious. But this wasn't corporate diplomacy, this was war. Wrong, as you surely know. Want to come visit the first site already underway? This is great for the country. I realize what is great for the country isn't always what's optimal for your companies, but in your new role, I hope you'll mostly put America first. The subtext was devastating. Altman wasn't just defending Stargate. He was accusing Musk of putting his own business interests above America's national security. The phrase, "your companies," was a direct shot at Musk's xAI, his rival to OpenAI. This public Twitter war exposed the rot at the heart of Silicon Valley. Former co-founders who once dreamed of beneficial AI were now using America's strategic interests as weapons against each other. But Trump's response revealed just how deep this personal animosity runs. When reporters asked Trump about Musk's criticism, his response was more revealing than anyone expected. He hates one of the people involved in the deal. With 5 words, Trump exposed that America's biggest AI infrastructure project was being sabotaged by personal hatred. The President of the United States essentially admitted that a tech mogul feud was threatening national security. But Trump didn't stop there. He made it clear whose side he was on. The Stargate project would continue with or without Musk's approval. This created an unprecedented situation. America's AI strategy was now caught between the president's vision and his closest advisor's personal vendetta. Yet even as this drama unfolded, the Stargate partners were quietly making moves that proved the stakes were real. July 22, 2025. While the world was still debating whether Stargate had funding, OpenAI and Oracle dropped a bombshell that silenced the skeptics. A 4.5 gigawatt expansion that would bring their total data center capacity to over 5 gigawatts. The numbers were staggering. 2 million AI chips, multiple data center sites across America, and what experts called a $30 billion per year cloud deal, the largest in history. Oracle Larry Ellison had made good on his promises. Sites in Texas, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Michigan, and beyond were moving from blueprints to construction. The first Abilene facility wasn't just planned, parts were already operational, with NVIDIA GB200 racks being delivered. This wasn't vaporware. This was the largest technology infrastructure build-out in American history, and it was happening while Musk continued to claim it was all fake. But the expansion revealed something even more significant about America's AI strategy. The Stargate project isn't just about corporate profits. It's about survival in the AI arms race with China. Every gigawatt of capacity, every AI chip, every data center is America's answer to China's massive state-sponsored AI infrastructure investments. The 2 million chips that Stargate will deploy aren't just numbers. They represent computational power equivalent to what entire countries use. This infrastructure will train the AI models that power everything from military applications to economic competitiveness. China has been building AI infrastructure at unprecedented scale, backed by unlimited state resources. Stargate represents America's bet that private enterprise can match state-sponsored competition. But here's the twist. While America's tech titans are fighting each other on Twitter, China is watching and learning. Every public dispute between Musk and Altman is strategic intelligence for competitors who don't air their disagreements in public. The question becomes, can America win an AI infrastructure war while its leaders are waging personal vendettas? As Musk and Altman traded barbs, Microsoft's Satya Nadella made a move that revealed the true complexity of Silicon Valley alliances. When asked about Stargate funding on CNBC, Nadella's response was both diplomatic and devastating. "All I know is I'm good for my $80 billion. This wasn't just about money, it was positioning. While Musk questioned everyone else's funding, Nadella quietly reminded the world that Microsoft had real money and real commitments. His follow-up was even more strategic. And all this money is not about hyping AI, but is about building useful things for the real world. The subtext was clear. While others fight on Twitter, Microsoft builds infrastructure. But Nadella's statement also revealed another truth. Microsoft's $80 billion commitment to AI infrastructure puts them in the same spending league as Stargate, meaning America's AI infrastructure war isn't just about one project, it's about multiple massive investments happening simultaneously. So who's telling the truth about the money? The evidence suggests both sides are playing strategic games with the numbers. SoftBank's balance sheet shows $24.3 billion in cash, not the under $10 billion Musk claimed. MGX, the Abu Dhabi investment fund, has $100 billion in committed capital. Oracle has $11 billion in cash reserves. OpenAI just raised over $10 billion in its latest funding round. The $100 billion immediate deployment? That's spread across multiple partners and doesn't require cash up front. It's infrastructure investment over time, backed by contracts and commitments.
But here's what neither side wants to admit. The real question isn't whether they have the money today, it's whether they can maintain these commitments as AI infrastructure costs explode and geopolitical tensions rise. The dirty secret of AI infrastructure is that nobody knows the true cost until you start building at scale. Beyond the tech mogul drama, Stargate represents a massive political bet that AI infrastructure can drive American job creation and economic growth. The promise of 100,000 jobs isn't just about data centers, it's about construction, electrical work, maintenance, security, and the entire supply chain that supports AI infrastructure. States like Texas, Ohio, and Pennsylvania are competing for these projects because they represent long-term economic transformation. But there's a catch. AI infrastructure creates fewer permanent jobs per dollar invested than traditional manufacturing. The real economic benefit comes from the AI applications these data centers enable, not the facilities themselves. This creates a political vulnerability. If Stargate doesn't deliver visible job creation quickly, it becomes a target for critics who can point to billions spent on tech billionaire vanity projects while ordinary Americans struggle. Musk's criticism gains power because it taps into populist skepticism about tech elites making grand promises with taxpayer support. The Stargate AI infrastructure war reveals everything wrong and right about American technology leadership. Here's what I think will happen. Stargate will build significant infrastructure, but probably not the full $500 billion or 10 gigawatts promised. Some partners will deliver more than others. The personal feuds will continue to create drama and delays. But the bigger question is whether America can maintain AI leadership while its tech leaders are more focused on destroying each other than building the future. China isn't having public Twitter wars about their AI infrastructure investments. They're building in silence while America's tech titans create reality TV drama with national security implications. What do you think? Is Musk right to question Stargate's funding, or is he sabotaging America's AI future for personal reasons? And can a country win a technology war when its leaders can't stop fighting each other? Let me know in the comments. And if you want to stay ahead of this AI infrastructure drama as it unfolds, subscribe to AI Handbook. We're tracking every move in this $500 billion chess game and what it means for America's technological future. The AI infrastructure war has begun. The question is, will America defeat its external competitors or destroy itself from within?